Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video, and trust me, this video is amazing. And I have some pretty awesome news about Ninjago Dragon's Rising Season 2 Part 2 and maybe beyond. And we're gonna be discussing a theory about one Garmadon. And let's start with U actually. So you remember that now U is a kind of ghost like this glow thing, so we call him Ghost U or something, or U Ghost, anything. And you know that he knows about J being lightning ninja and that he has lightning powers, and he's aware of that. J is aware of that. And you know that there's a theory circling around a community that says that Ghost 2 knows Gandaloria. And here's the theory that goes around the community, and that's that Ghost 2 is literally related to Gandaloria. And that's, let me tell you something. I think that after the merge, there are two little things about it. So first of all, after the merge, basically, literally, how I'm gonna explain this, basically, or woke up in Mysterium realm, where Gandaloria is, or he probably woke up in the monastery, but while the ninja were separated, he went to Gandaloria to ask for help, and she basically turned him into a ghost thing so he can be separated at multiple times and be with their ninjas. But I think he mostly woke up in the Mysterium and he wanted to help the ninja get together after they got split up after the merge, and they basically, what they did. So he became this ghost thing because Gandaloria turned him. And I think that's the most likely thing that will happen. And after the ninja are all together in probably the end of part 2 or maybe season 3 part 1 or something, I think the ninja will be able to be reunited again, as after the Evil J arc, and they'll be reunited. So we'll somehow talk to Gandaloria, so she will turn him back to normal. I think that's most likely to happen. So with that being said, let's talk about the Garmadon theory. So the Garmadon theory, Doc Wyatt says all this stuff that he knows where are one Garmadon after the merge, and the theory about who confirms it here, it makes sense. And about Garmadon, he was never mentioned, never anything, but let me show you proof that he's coming soon. So about Garmadon, we don't know much for sure, but do you remember Crystallized? Yes, you remember. So, at the same time there was a release of Garmadon comic, the Garmadon solo comic, and also we have information about Doc White saying about Misako, so she's probably going to show up again too, and he's with Garmadon because Doc White had another Twitter, but I couldn't find it, that he said that if you haven't seen your favorite scene in Dragon's Rising, you'll see it sometimes down the line. And we have a lot of infos that the sets were previously for part 2 of season 2. There were things that Garmadon should show up in the figure, or a figure for Garmadon, but it was delayed and replaced with Euphrasia. So yeah, I guess that was changed, but hey, at least there was something. Maybe they did this to say something that Garmadon will probably come back soon or something. Anyway, so if Shatter Spin comic and season 2 part 2 or season 3 beyond or something part 1 will follow the same pattern as Crystallized part 2 and Garmadon comics, then we have sure that Garmadon will show up in part 2 of season 2 or part 1 season 3, because it's most likely the same pattern to release. I know we have been delayed the Shadow Spin comics and all the stuff, but hey, anyway, And we also have a confirmation from Mark Oliver that Garmadon will definitely show up in Dragons Rising, and that he still loves Misako, but of course, and that means that he still ships Gorosako, and of course that suggests that we'll have Gorosako in the future nearby anyway, somewhere, in some time. I mean, he didn't confirm it when exactly it will happen, but with all the stuff we have from Doc White also, we are for sure that we will see them again soon. I mean, probably in season 2 part 2 or season 3 part 1 and beyond, probably. So yeah, anyway, let's see this little video from the from the live stream that was on Instagram on Mark Oliver on October 4 in 2023. So yeah, check this out.
In Ninjago soon? Well, I think it's about time for a dedicated Lord Garmadon spin-off show. What do you think about that? Why don't you send that request out to the folks at Lego Ninjago? I think that's an incredibly wise move on your part. Will I show up in Dragons Rising? Well, I have signed some NDAs that will prevent me from revealing some of those pertinent details. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to keep you in a state of suspense for a little bit longer. Hello, Andrew. I see you waving. Some people are trying to join live right now. I don't know what the problem is. I seem to be okay on my end. Check your connections on your end. Hi, Andrew. Yes, indeed. Lord Garmadon does need to come back. We're all agreed on that point. Does Garmadon still love Misako? From the bottom of my heart, I've been meaning to answer that question for the longest time. What is my favorite character? The most favorite character? Well,
so with that being said, Mark Oliver confirmed all the stuff. I know there was a little part that was kind of glitchy. Yeah, my Wi-Fi wasn't really bad, but you can hear well that he says kind of yes or anything. But he confirmed it. Gorosako will still happen, and I mean, don't know when, but will happen. And with all being said, they didn't kill off War Garmadon from Ninjago at all. I mean, why did they keep them alive in the end of Crystallized and then boom to kill them off off screen? But I mean, they didn't do it, and they'll show up again. And I have enough proof here to to light up this thing. So yeah. With that being said, see you next time. I know this video was literally so long, but hey, don't judge me. Anyway, see you next time. Peace.